What be the haps out there? I hope everybody's doing well. Today I'm going to tell a fish story or two. Um, all of my fish stories are true, if slightly exaggerated. When I was younger, I loved to go fishing. I would fish, you know, any day of the week. I lived in a town that was right on the water in Washington State. So it was easy for me to go down to the beach and do some fishing, go on a dock. And when I got married, we went fishing a couple of times. Um, I, I call my wife's fish dragonfish. Um, One time we went up to a reservoir in winter in January, and we were with some friends. I mentioned Bobby before and her guy uh, in an earlier video. They came up in January and wanted to go camping. So we were talking about how we would only eat what we caught. So we go up in January, I think it was January 5th, up to a reservoir, find a camping spot. And one of the first clues should have been that there was ice down on the water right along the edge. Uh, and then, of course, water. So there was no ice fishing involved. We The first day we go fishing and we catch nothing. And of course, later that night, we try to put up the tent, and I noticed that something's missing. There's no rope to hold the tent up. So there we are, just our sleeping bags and freezing weather outside. My poor wife she's over in the sleeping bag going, body heat, body heat. And I'm over by the fire. Sorry, honey. That's and so the next day we go into what I like to call Lake Safeway. And we buy some rope and we catch us a nice roast. That we do cook up at the campsite. Anyway, we also stopped at a sporting goods store because my lantern got broke and needed a new globe. And got that and found out that the fish were biting only on Velveeta cheese. Who'd have thunk? So, since I never carried Velveeta cheese in my gear, we also got that at the Lake Safeway. So, when we went out fishing, then of course we're getting bites and we're catching fish. Well, my wife, Robin, was, casting out, and there was a lot of rocks. So, we were catching bottom, a lot of it. And so she's, looks like she's snagged again. She hands me the pole, and I bring in a fish. I kind of drag it in. It's not even fighting. It's just kind of laying there. Okay, it's cold. Time to get warm. So, uh, you know, and by the way, I caught a fish. Let's see if we can get this. Okay, that's not working. It was that big. Anyway, actually, I did catch a king salmon one year, and I couldn't tell you how long it was because as I was a young punk, I had to hold it up in the air to keep the tail off the ground. But I didn't know how tall I was at the time. So anyway, that's a couple of my fish stories. Oh, I should say one more thing about the dragonfish. One time we went trolling with her dad's boat, and of course, the poles dip down like normal, and it's not moving. So finally, she just wants me to bring it in and check the bait, and I bring it in. There's a fish on it, just kind of dragging along. So that's why I call them dragonfish. Everybody have a good time. Maybe do some ice fishing. Probably not though. Take care. Bye bye.